The world seems so gray, feeling so hopeless, I sit here and pray. Maybe one day the struggle will vanish, or it's the mindset I should banish. Can't control what happens around me, letting go of the negative energy, giving myself permission to be free, rebuilding a better me, putting in that time and energy. Going down this slope, pick myself up, just gotta have hope.
I'm sure you probably noticed we have some guests, and this is B Light and her team. They'll introduce themselves, but just to give you a little context on why they're here, I know one of the options we gave you for the projects was to interview, or some of you if you wanted to rap or whatever on camera. We're gonna have B's team record you and ask the questions and whatnot. I'll be there too. But yeah, we just wanted to introduce them and so you get a little bit comfortable with them. They're just going to be hanging out with us this morning and doing a little bit of recording and B-roll. You don't have to do anything different. If you don't want to be recorded, just let us know. But yeah, I'll hand it over to B.
What's up, everybody? My name's B Light. I am a spiritual activist, a rapper, a spoken word poet. I have an organization, it's called Power to the Poetry. And so we're doing a dope project where we're making a documentary film about student voice, and it's an opportunity for you guys to have a platform to share what's on your mind, how you feel about school, if you feel like you're being supported, what you would like to change, what you want to bring attention to, anything you want. You can talk about anything you want. So for me, I'm all about, giving people a platform to express themselves. So I'm totally about that. I guess right now you guys are working on an art project. Is that correct? So what's your background story?
What do you mean by that?
I don't know, whatever you want to tell me.
I would probably say I've come really far because I grew up very, very poor. Actually grew up in a refugee camp, so I would say I've come super far. So that's the reason why I've had such a low self-esteem and low confidence and feeling less valued because of how I grew up. So I didn't have the privilege to have self-care or mental day or like talking to someone or talking to your parent one-on-one. So it wasn't a privilege. So it's kind of hard. That's why it's hard for me now to talk about my feelings or expressing myself.
It's still taboo to talk about mental health. This project proved to me that these kids think it is taboo to talk about mental health. They literally have admitted they don't want to talk about it. They don't talk about it. They don't know how to talk about it. They have to worry about what their peers and their classmates and their friends think. They feel like they can't unload on their friends because their friends are already dealing with depression. So nobody wants to feel like a burden. Nobody wants to feel like they're not bringing value, and they just don't always want to come at their friends with negative things to say and being like, yeah, I'm sad today. Double standards, Zyla?
Judgmental and just harsh constantly. Everyone's always judging someone else, whether they are lower than you or above you in any way. They always treat people like they're either above you or below you.
Do you guys think judging is a bad thing?
Depends.
Depends on the context.
Right?
Yeah.
Right? Because you understand, in order to survive. Do you feel like it's important to regain this bond with your mother?
Oh yes, definitely.
I miss it. I miss being able to talk to her like I used to about like real deep things without her like thinking of me different. That's only because I've changed a lot also.
How have you changed?
I moved in with a girl. She was abusive. I started hitting myself, cutting, doing drugs. I'm sober now though, so I like that.
Congratulations.
I was down bad. And my mom knew. And she was like, you chose this life, buddy. You can either dig yourself out of it or keep digging. I'm really trying to dig myself out.
When was this?
Hi, my name is Zylo, and I'm in 9th grade. The title of this poem is It's Okay to Not Be Okay, and this is by my friend Allie, who's also in 9th grade, so yeah. It's okay that I'm not always okay. It's okay that I'm not always happy. It's okay to feel like you're not okay. It's okay. Okay. What does it mean anymore to be okay? I don't get it. No one is truly okay. We say we're okay to try and lie to ourselves, but that doesn't help us. It hurts. That's true. That it hurts. So why can't we just be honest? Honest to everyone. Yes, but also honest to ourselves. 'Cause sometimes you just need to think about yourself. But that's hard and messy. No one likes messy. So we lie and say, I'm okay. But messy is human. So if we don't like messy, we don't like being human. But that's all we can be. I like being human, 'cause it's true and beautiful. Beauty. Beauty is just a word, but it means so much to people, because without being beautiful, then you're ugly. To me, ugly is just another word, a word with a hidden truth. To me, it means inner beauty. So, messy, beautiful, ugly, okay, these matter, but why? I think we just hate the truth, 'cause it hurts. And no one wants to get hurt. So, it's okay to not be okay, 'cause no one really is okay. But we just all lie to ourselves. Try and feel better. So, start being honest. Tell yourself when you're not okay, 'cause if it's true, then it's beautiful.
Cool.
I really like the class because it gives me a break from the rest of my classes, which is always super stressful. And it's just a place where I can relax and like get my worries out, I guess. Like I have a way, like I'm learning a coping mechanism, and like as someone who struggles severely with like, you know, depression and anxiety and all that stuff, like it really helps. Like, you know, just it's a nice place where I can be, and I don't have to really worry about being judged or like, you know, failing something, because there is no failing with poetry or writing, because it's just your own words and it's just how you feel. So yeah.
But there's cool dressing rooms, so there's some neat. We could easily put a couple chairs or
Yeah.
bar stools in one of these guys. So this could be a space that's intimate and private and seems studio-y.
Yeah.
And that's artsy, right?
Yeah.
That's,
Why are you such a big advocate of the arts?
Well, I'm the arts lead at our school. What's the story? I love English. I love plays. I love novels. I mean, poetry. Just story. I'll never know what some things in life are like, and how am I gonna have empathy for that until I get to hear that person's walk and that person's story. And we do that through the arts. And also we laugh in the arts, we cry in the arts, we celebrate in the arts, and we just have goofy, dumb fun in the arts. But sometimes we get to look deep and understand someone else's walk or someone else's path through the arts.
I've been in trouble though, so that's part of the reason.
Yeah, that's what my class is supposed to help you with. The channel. What makes you feel valued? Like you matter?
My parents, like support me in like all my sports. They say if I want it so bad that I need to start like putting like sports over like some things, like hang out with friends instead of going to practice, like just playing basketball. I want to play basketball like for the rest of my life. They like keep me on track like for stuff like that. I mean, yeah.
A boy once said, never let fear drive your ambition. I don't know.
So why were you not coming to school?
Because school used to be my outlet from home, and I just don't find school interesting anymore. Of course, I care about my education. Like, that's something that I want to keep dearest to myself, my brilliance, but just the environment and the vibes that the people give off in this school and the environment that the school is in, it just tears me down, you know? It makes me feel not wanted here, or not appreciated, or like seen as like everyone else.
So, do you like going here?
Yeah, I think I like going here. There's a lot of nice people and a lot of nice teachers. I think one of my favorite teachers is Mr. Sandstrom or Mr. Q. They're easy to talk to, really understanding people.
What do you talk to them about?
A lot of political things. I really like getting into stuff that's a little bit more sensitive. I think something sometimes teachers struggle with here is not being able to talk about those sensitive things, but I think we're all growing up, and those things need to be talked about. I definitely don't like a teacher here because I think that they expect you to be mature, but they don't like to talk about mature things. And oftentimes I find myself, struggling with that. And a lot of we had a class today, and the students were talking about something that was considered absurd or inappropriate, and she got super mad and said that kids are stupid and immature, and it was just really out of left field. And I think that creates an image for children that we're not able to, or teenagers that we're not able to talk about sensitive things. But I think that we should be allowed to talk about those kinds of things openly and freely.
Yeah, I agree with you. Do you feel like, is that just
And then, who else? Okay, so we have at least 3.
do you feel like you can come to school and be focused with the things happening outside of school?
Yes. I can. It's not bad enough where at home I can take my problems at home and separate them from school problems. Like, I'll get my stuff done at school and then I'll do whatever I need to do at home. So I like make a schedule, so I don't like have it sitting in my head ruining my school day and worsening my focus. I feel that for the most part I'm supported at home because I have my brothers, and they talk to me and they ask me how my school's doing, and they give me stuff, and they always check up on me.
What is a struggle or a challenge you're working on overcoming?
Asking for help, and not just asking for help, but like accepting like within myself that I need the help, like, and then asking for it, because I don't know, that's a hard thing.
It's my homie. Very chill. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Why is it hard for you to ask for help?
Because I like to help others. I don't like to be the one on the receiving end. I like to be the one who's helping people, and I would never want something like thrown in my face, like somebody saying like, oh, that's why I did this for you or whatever.
So people holding things over your head,
Yeah.
have people doing that.
Mhm.
How does that make you feel?
I don't mess with it. It's just not something I'd like to experience again. So I try not to put myself in positions or situations where that could happen again.
Benefit. I mean, this is important, and literally just after this first week, like I could, like kids come, they're showing me their poetry.
Right.
Like there was Bella, and she was talking to me about like how she used to be getting in trouble, and like but now she turns to writing to like let all her anger out.
Oh, that's
You
awesome.
know, like and she
Yeah.
gave me like a stack of like 10 poems.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So.
Well, I mean, because we do have a.
When you think about your future, what makes you excited?
Man, working with children, like, I had a lot of things going on, and so knowing that how people help me, I want to help the children that have issues and to help them get through things that I had to go through or some things that are different than others.
Poetry is not only said, but also heard. Poetry is not just nouns, adjectives, and verbs. It is more than letters put together to form metaphors. It is witnessed through vision. Poetry is feeling, all revealing. A transparent art form exposing insecurities.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie, I'm the baby of the group, even though I act like the mother, and it's completely, utterly crazy, but I mean, some of them, I can tell they hate school and they don't want to be here. But some of them, they're only here because they don't want to be at home. So it's very difficult to tell.
I'm starting to lose hope in everything, to be honest. With the racism and the hate crimes, the missing persons and unheard cries. There's protests, but no one listens. No one pays attention to the way our eyes glisten, with tears from the survivors, the hurt, the abused, and worse. We're trying to make a difference, we're trying to use our voices, but we're shut down by all the perfect girls and boys. And speaking of perfect, let's talk about standards. You can't be too fat, but you can't be too slender. You must have pretty blue eyes that are complemented by the sky with long blonde hair that makes Rapunzel cry. You must have a tiny thin body waiting to be grabbed by anybody, and a pearly white smile that can be spotted for miles. You think that's bad, but that's not even our generation. Nowadays, people get paid for perfection. Sponsorships, diets, they read it and buy it, and if you don't fit into society's likings, then you're no longer a part of it. You're left at the side of the road, order trash on you, and creative words to go.